New York before. I'd see skyscrapers, the pace of life, billboards all over the place. It was always fascinating. I grew up in Greece, in a small town. I remember through my whole childhood my father talking to me about the world and geography, and this is where a dream of mine was born. So now my passion is traveling, so I can experience the world and I can share with my father.
Μπαμπά, τι κάνεις? Εγώ επιτέλους έφτασα στη Νέα Υόρκη.
I'm thrilled to be in New York traveling for work and happy to meet a colleague, but especially because I will have the opportunity to experience firsthand how Bentley's digital twin technology is transforming infrastructure projects in the city.
I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I have 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. Many people who come to New York don't think of New York as a coastal community, but if you live here long enough, the water will find you. When Sandy hit New York, I remember listening to TV, reading the papers, and thinking about whether we should leave the city. I was at home with my 3 kids. They were still little. Do you still remember Hurricane Sandy?
I do. At the balcony with the sliding doors, like the glass would kind of vibrate, and it literally was like a sucking, like it was in and out and in and out. I just remember never seeing glass move like that.
That was the scariest experience because we didn't tape them up, and I was worried that they might explode and then we would have Sandy inside our living room. The hurricane was driving the sea into neighborhoods in Brooklyn and in Staten Island, submerging streets, submerging homes, submerging basements. Sandy left millions of people without power and brought eerie silence to New York. People lost lives.
Hey there, welcome to Arcadis. Nice to meet you.
Hurricane Sandy was one of the costliest and most devastating natural disasters in recent time. In New York City alone, there was in excess of $19 billion in economic losses and necessary repairs. Eastside Coastal Resiliency is a really exciting and innovative project. It's about 2.4 miles worth of shoreline, and that includes flood walls, floodgates, levees, raised parks, drainage infrastructure, from East 25th Street down to Montgomery Street to protect a really vulnerable part of New York City.
Infrastructure digital twins are basically a dynamic digital representation of a physical asset. It can be a building, it can be a system, a city, or even an entire nation.
The Bentley digital twin technology enables us to visualize each of the floodgates and then apply different loads or pressures across the floodgate to ensure that we're designing for the right conditions across the site. We were able to standardize and automate the design of the floodgates, reducing man hours from about 30 hours per floodgate down to about 30 minutes, all while improving consistency and quality throughout the design. One of the goals of flood protection projects is to provide a continuous line of protection from high ground on one side to high ground on another side.
So we are standing here in Astor Levee Park. This is the northern tie-in for the Eastside Coastal Resiliency Project. It is by far the biggest floodgate within the whole project.
In case of a flooding event, how do you close the gates here?
Ahead of a storm event, that gate would then be closed and it would latch in over on that side.
It's critical that we're able to maintain access to the waterfront, across highways during sunny day conditions, while also having a structure that can close ahead of a storm to provide that continuous line of protection. As part of Eastside Coastal Resiliency, 5 parks are being rebuilt with resilient materials and flood protection built into each of them.
We are now standing in East River Park. The flood protection is buried beneath the ball fields and the active recreation that surrounds us right now.
One of the aspects of the project is to figure out how to integrate this flood protection in meaningful ways such that New Yorkers can still see and experience the waterfront, can still go to the parks that they love the most, all while being protected from the impacts of extreme weather.
As Eastside Coastal Resiliency is now nearing completion, it's really important that New York City ensures that it has a plan to protect all of Lower Manhattan, and more so, all of the vulnerable parts of its 520 miles of shoreline.
My daughter goes to high school in Manhattan. It's really reassuring to hear that.
It's really been a soul-bearing experience because you realize the millions of people who will live behind these walls. And these are working-class communities. These are well-off communities. These are global financial centers like Wall Street. And these are kids like my daughter and her fellow students.
The digital twin software can be used to support cities around the world, no matter their size. Our technology helps give city professionals and stakeholders the possibility to collaborate effectively, to improve project delivery and sustainability, and make better and smarter decisions.
Μπαμπά, επιτέλους έφτασα στην Times Square.
This gives them the possibility to create more vibrant, more inclusive, and more sustainable communities for everyone that they can thrive.